game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. And Lobo, 59.
On first down, Kane. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over.
60-or. Recon, 132 fighter. Rock it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. It's caught. Smith. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Leo.
Back to throw here. And this one complete to Smith. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down, it's Kane. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. 50. Plant.
They'll set up a throw, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
You ain't going nowhere. Watch
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. A gain of 22. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch out. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about... The 33-yard line.
The 33-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
You gonna take it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch it. Check 37. Check 37. Go out. Hey, Jack. Go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Go now.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Exit.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Ooh, the juke. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
They'll keep it on the ground. Kane, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Kane. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Kane, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murphy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Alpha. 22, 22. Check back, check back.
Looking to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You get block me. You get block me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Check. Fresno. 64, weak. Set, go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Kane. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Going quickly out wide to Moore. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Kane, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And that is incomplete. So, my goodness, we just talked about it a second ago. They decide not to keep it on the ground, and now the incomplete pass, that really changes things.
Certainly does, because you want the clock running. And now with it stopped, might breathe some new life into this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
On the ready. 52's the mark. Check. 52's the mark. And watch the line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Denver, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.